Hello there you guys, welcome to another of my live videos. And today I'm going to be updating you on the more latest news that's been going on. As you can see here, the headlines on my top of my headlines is about Harry Kane. Absolute nonsense if you ask me about this. Yeah, it's been according to reports that Jose Mourinho is not currently focused on Ronaldo now, he's currently more focused on Harry Kane. But my perspective on this, why the hell would Harry Kane want to leave Tottenham? Currently won the Golden Boot last season, 30 appearances, 29 goals. Plus season before scored 26, 27 goals. So he's basically the limelight of Tottenham. Plus they've had two good seasons, finishing second last season and season before finishing fantastically well as well. And plus they've just recently got a new stadium in there. So at this moment in time, why the hell would Harry Kane want to leave Tottenham? You know, it's just been spreading from loads of media outlets because, you know, a lot of it's nonsense, and with America, you get absolutely slaughtered, if you're down in America and you're putting numerous reports on, if there's no truth behind it, you get absolutely slaughtered for that, but you can get away with it round here, so, but you get slaughtered in America for putting reports on that aren't basically true. So yeah, I don't see any truth in Harry Kane leaving Tottenham. There's just no chance of it happening, in relation to him, I'd absolutely love to come to Manchester United. He's a player that can score a bag full of goals, good at getting through the channels, got fantastic genuine pace, good at leading the lines as well, very, very good in the air, and he's a good aerial threat, but and probably one of the best going now is Harry Kane, especially in the Premier League as well, but in reality, it's not going to happen, and we have to accept that. It's just rumours stemming from numerous reports about Harry Kane, leaving Tottenham, and he's doing well at Tottenham, and he's not going to leave a club that he's doing really well for. Of course, Tottenham playing better football than us as well, so he wouldn't want to leave when he's fully fitting in when he's fitted in well at Tottenham. So I just don't believe it, guys. I'm sorry. It's not going to happen, winning the Golden Boot last season, as I said, and he scores absolute bag full of goals, and how ecstatic I would be if he was to get him on the board, but it's not going to happen. There's no a full-on approach or anything. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. And also, I'm going to mention to you guys about last week, as I mentioned, about, what's his called? Florentina, I think, midfield or something like that. Bernardo Deschi. The Florentina. He's currently doing well for the under-21s. I think he scored yesterday, I think it was 1-0 in the under-21s game. But he's playing very, very well for the under-21s. He is comparable to Perisic, to be quite fair. He's very skillful, very good in the air, got good electrifying pace. So he is comparable to Perisic, and last season I think in all competitions made 34 appearances and scored 12 goals, so I do like a player of his calibre, but I do like a player of his calibre. It looks like Manchester United have been linked to him. I think Chelsea have been linked to him. I think Juventus are in there now. I think they've put around about 40 million pound bidding for him. But as I said, Serie A bossing this transfer window at the moment, guys. So yeah, so I would like a player of his calibre. I do really like him. He is young as well, so he can progress more and more as he gets older. So I do like him, and also we should basically by next Sunday have at least one or two signings. I said I'm not fully committed to it. I'm not fully convinced to it as yet. Also, the players that do look on the cards is, well, Perisic. Jose Mourinho wants this announced before the US tours. He's skillful. He is very, very good in the air. He's physically good at going around defenders. Last season, I think scored around about 11 goals. It's boiling in here. He's not Galactico by any means, but obviously by the end of this June, Inter Milan need that £30 million for their financial fair play. I think it is on the 30th of June, and they've just got rich owners that have took over the club, Chinese rich owners. So yeah, and obviously before £35 million bid has been rejected as well. As I said, we do need that dedicated width. But I'd still be happy if we did get the likes of Perisic on the board. I'd still be happy if we got him on the board. Also, latest news I've just read up about that Arsenal are currently, well, I think they're still interested in Kylian Mbappe. I think PFG have put a shout in and they've put a bid in for around about £119 million for Kylian Mbappe. Also, Arsenal have looked into Antonio Martial, according to reports that around about a £40 million deal has been put out for the backup plan for them of Arsenal, according to reports. I don't think Antonio Martial will... They've used that for the backup plan, basically, of Arsenal. I don't think Antonio Martial will leave Manchester United. I think he's good when he gets them running games. One of his best performances came last season against Burnley. You know, some people say you could put him in a central role. Some people think that number 9 role, that number 11 shirt is more iconic than that number 9 shirt. But I do think Martial will stay at Manchester United. He's still young and he's still time to progress up the ranks even more. So I don't think he will be making a move to Arsenal. Also, latest news about Fabinho, as I told you guys, yes, the deal is getting closer and closer and closer, which is fantastic news. This should be fully announced according to reports in the next upcoming days about Fabinho coming to Manchester United. It was announced by Di Marzio, who is a respected journalist, is Di Marzio. And it's a bid, it's around about 50 million euros, which is about 40 million in English pounds sterling for Fabinho. But he is a delightful player. He's very, very good in the air. He's got good physical attributes, very skillful, got electrifying pace. And Jose Mourinho really likes him. And he's said to Brazilian TV, this is a tempting invitation. And he's keen of playing under Jose Mourinho and coming to experience his facility at Manchester United. Currently looking for a reunion as well, as they have played. Mourinho and him have worked for each other in the past at Real Madrid when he went on that loan deal with Real Madrid. But all in all, 180 games for the Principality club, scored 23 goals, and last season made 50 appearances, I think, and scored around about 14 goals. So he is a high prospect, and he's young, so he's still got time ahead of him to progress and progress and progress and fit in well at Manchester United. Well there, guys. But a few Monaco players are looking to leave, but it has been sprouting for a few months about Fabinho. Because Jose Mourinho did intentionally lose his interest, and he was more focused on the likes of Eric Dyer. There was a 50 million talks of that, and Matic as well. I don't know what's really happening with him. But they don't complement, you know, your likes of Herrera's, your Pogba's, you know, your Fabinho's. They don't complement them, so I wouldn't really want any of them in the team. He can play as a converted right back as well, can Fabinho. He might even get that full back position if he comes to Manchester United, which does look on the cards now about Fabinho. But as I said, he's got talent, experience. You know, his combination at Monaco is absolutely fantastic as well. And he's identified that as his key role as Jose Mourinho. That centre defensive mid. And that centre midfield, you know, Paul Pogba is good when he's set free, as I said, but when he comes against defensive duties, he comes restricted. But he controls that midfield very well. He's very reliable, and also, as I heard, Saturday in Colombia, I think it was, in a charity match, he scored a dab goal. I've just currently watched it on a video. He currently walks the ball into that basically. Currently went around the goalkeeper, and, you know, very, very easy for Paul Pogba, and lovely finish for Paul Pogba. But he does stand out for France very, very well, does Paul Pogba. So yeah, and Carrick is not strong enough going on to next season, as I said, but he is a good backup plan when Fabinho comes in the door. He's a good backup plan. Foster Mensah and Pereira, not quite sure what's going to be happening with them guys. To be quite fair, they're probably not guaranteed first team football. So basically, they might go out on a loan deal somewhere, Pereira and Foster Mensah as well. Also, it's basically this rumours about Harry Kane, guys, as I told you, how much I'd love him to come to the likes of Manchester United. It's basically like the Ronaldo situation. Ronaldo, we're going to know Perez has backed him up all in this situation. He is the world's best player in the world, in my opinion. He's very skillful, can get you 30, 40 goals a season. He's currently won about 4 Ballon d'Ors, but Perez has backed him all the way in this situation. To be quite honest, he's been at Real Madrid 8 years, Ronaldo. I said he was petulant and he's aware of the tax allegations. He's just been so petulant about this. He has been persuaded to basically pay the tax bill off. Don't know if Real Madrid will end up paying it off. I'm not quite sure. Maybe he'll pay it off. But as I said, it was comparable to Messi in his situation when it happened to him. He was annoyed, he was angry, and I think he'll just end up staying at Real Madrid. Obviously, PSG have been in there as well. I can't see him making a move to China also. And he has also, I think he's nearly broke the record of someone's, or he has broke the record, 74, 75 goals for Portugal now as Cristiano Ronaldo. But basically, we're going to know more Ronaldo's future, after the Confederations Cup, when he sits down and discusses more with Perez. We'll know more about it then. But in reality, I'd absolutely love him to come to Manchester United. But in reality, he's not going to come to Manchester United. It's just loads and loads of talks. I thought there was some truth behind it, the way it was sprouting about from the Polish newspapers saying he was going to make an irreversible decision to leave Real Madrid. And then that was backed up by the likes of, the other reports as well. But I'm sorry, guys, it's not going to happen. Ronaldo's not coming back to Manchester United. It was fantastic, Manchester United, though. Over 100 goals, 3 Premier Leagues, 2 League Cups, FA Cup, and a Champions League. And how much we'd love him to come back to Manchester United, and he would be fantastic in that number 7 shirt. We was all adamant that Griezmann was going to get it. We know he's not coming now. Pogba, who is a close relation to Antonio Griezmann, he still praise him, admires him. Whatever his future will lie ahead of him, Griezmann's. He's just currently signed another contract as well as Griezmann at Atletico Madrid. People have dwelled about this, but we've got to get over it, and we do know that we need them reinforcements up front, guys. Also, as I told you yesterday about that left back position, we don't have many viable alternatives. According to Don Bollum from the Spanish outlet, I think it was, reports were stemming that Jose Mourinho was interested in Jordi Alba from Barcelona. He can play as a left back. He can play as a left mid, and we need that dedicated mid because there weren't as many attacks coming from that left last season as you thought. There wasn't players overlapping, making decent runs and getting into decent positions. More of the attacks were coming from the right, so it is important that we do get that player who's got them intensity spins and a pacey winger. Jordi Alba, he's good though. He's very attacking. He's got that killer instinct. He's very, very good in the air. He's got good, genuine pace as well as Jordi Alba. There were talks that Manchester United were currently interested in Jordi Alba. So yes, what I'm going to do now, guys, is you guys, as I said, don't listen to the Harry Kane news, because us signing Harry Kane, you might as well say we're going to sign Harry Hill. So just going to notify you guys about that. It's definitely not going to happen. Look at that, guys. And I said with Arsenal, he's still going to go against them in this transfer window probably. We know Champions League football offering. Manchester United last season achieved well, won the Europa League. And we've got this Champions League offering. For players to come in the summer. So it is good. So Jose Mourinho's done fantastic in his debut season with Manchester United. He's done really, really well. So but Fabinho looks realistic now. That is going to happen about Fabinho. I just hope that we have a couple more players on the board at least before the US tours. And there's also talks about Varane, who's one of Real Madrid's stable centre-backs as well. There were talks about Jose Mourinho was interested in, according to Dan Bolland from the Spanish outlet. I think he made around, was it 38 appearances last season? Did Jordi Alba? Gonna look some more news on this. I said Marcus Rashford's got young talent and experience. He's not ready to lead the lines just as yet, so it's important that we get someone who's going to lead them lines. There's been talks about Rooney. Some people have said how good it would be for Rooney to make that China move. There has been talks that Rooney could be making that China move. I think he's still got another year on his contract left with Manchester United as well. I did say we need to get rid of him. You know, we need to replace him with someone who's better. He can't develop himself now. He's got basically nothing more to offer as Wayne Rooney. So yeah, Zlatan Ibrahimovic. Is he going to sign another short-term deal? His contract expires soon, and I think he may leave. Then Zlatan Ibrahimovic. Bar storming last season, 28 goals in all competitions, which is fantastic from his perspective. Jose Mourinho did sign 4 fantastic players though last summer. You know, in the other, basically before Van Gaal bought average players, where players come and go out. Moyes bought Fellaini, I think Mata as well. So we're looking. We haven't succeeded in the last few transfer windows. We are gonna succeed in this transfer window though. We have got the money to basically do it. Jordi Alba would be fantastic for me. Absolutely fantastic in my eyes. I think Arsenal have put on. I do like Lacazette. He scored over 30 goals last season. He's young. He has got talent. He's got good electrifying pace also. So I do really like him as well. I think he's been linked with Arsenal as well. Alvaro Morata, guys, as I told you about him, that could be confirmed by the 8th, 9th of July, according to reports. But I think Alvaro Morata is one of our main priorities. Conley recently just had his wedding as well. Alvaro Morata. I think about a transfer fee is not fully negotiated yet. I think they're looking more into the region of a price of around about 70 80 million pound for Morata, which is a bit too much. Don't get me wrong, that is too much for Alvaro Morata, but he's good at leading the lines. He's good when he gets them running games. And basically, Real Madrid, he's not a cast-off because Real Madrid don't want him to leave Alvaro Morata. Last season, 14 starts, 15 goals, 26 appearances. So that's good to say he didn't get many starts on the board, Alvaro Morata. But he's got talent and experience. He's got that winning pedigree. He's got winning pedigree, guys, and you know, it'd be good for him to come to Manchester United. And also, you know, with a past experience as well with Mourinho and Pogba, you know, that would be absolutely beneficial for Manchester United. Absolutely beneficial. He operate well in that number 9 role. I said he's not in the top 20. He's not, but he can make his landmark. He can improve on his game when he comes to Manchester United, get more first team football. And he probably will be then in the top 10, you know, when he comes to a team like us. So, yeah. Arsenal, according to Sky Sports, have got to put a bid out for around about 44 million at least to try and land Lacazette on the board. Also, Van Dijk, I think Liverpool could be emerged front runners to land him. Chelsea have also been in there as well for Virgil van Dijk. I can't really say much about him. He's allegedly supposed to be the best Premier League defender in the league, according to Ryan Bertrand that I read before. I don't know, guys. I don't really know much about him. Before, a while ago, there was 70 million price tag, something like that, and the team were failing to meet up with that. Do you think, you know, Van Dijk is worth 70 million pound? You know, I don't really know, but Well, it's good that Jose Mourinho's creating this youth in the team. He's very, very good. So they've got years and years ahead of them to progress themselves. I think Costa could be leaving Chelsea as well. Chelsea is struggling to find it hard to replace Costa with. Lukaku, I think he's still one of their main priorities with Lukaku. I said he's a big game flop. He's good at physically around defenders. And I think he was the second top scorer last season with 25 goals, I think it was. So he's a fantastic goal scorer. He does lead the lines, but he's not very competitive against the big teams. So really wouldn't be one of my main priorities, Romelu Lukaku. We've also been in the race with Chelsea as well. But we have won silverware still. Louis van Gaal won the FA Cup, left on a high. Jose Mourinho won the Europa League, won the League Cup and the Community Shield, if you want to count that. So we are still getting silverware, but we want to be more consistent, reaching a higher level and, trying to challenge for the Premier League title. And we should do, with the quality that we should be getting in the team. As I said about Gareth Bale, guys, I told you there's been rumours standing about that. They had no intention of leaving Real Madrid. And now all of a sudden Real Madrid are looking to sell him, to raise his funds to get Kane and Mbappe on the board. He is Premier League proven, he is Galactico, he is good in the air, he is tenacious, he is tenacity, and very, very skillful, scores goals, Premier League proven as I just said, did well at Tottenham. As I said with the Champions League final with Real Madrid, if he wasn't going to get first team max and he was thinking about a move, and then the media outlets sort of changed about that, he had no intention of leaving Real Madrid. So yes, guys, we'll have to see what happens about that. But yes, that's the latest news about Gareth Bale. Anything else to update you with? Let's have a look. But the Harry Kane is an absolute load of rubbish. Absolute load of rubbish. Basically, Kylian Mbappe has been offered a staggering amount of money for a young player like that, who is one of the highest prospects in the world, very good in the air, made history in the Champions League, he's comparable to Thierry Henry according to reports, plays well for France as well, has been offered 140,000 a week by Monaco according to these reports here. But he's a highly rated player, and how ecstatic I would be if Manchester United were to get a player, of that calibre on the board would be fantastic news. See if there's any more news that's updated, guys. Well, but about Nemanja Matic, according to reports about him, it was positive for me because, he said terms had been agreed, personal terms, and all of a sudden, it basically went out of the window, according to a report I read, that it didn't happen. And Antonio Conte is prepared to sanction the sale of Nemanja Matic. The reports goes on to claim sale will accelerate, basically, in the Premier League champions signing Baku from Monaco. So they're in the tendency to sign Bakayoko for around about £35 million, according to some reports as well. So I don't know what's happening with him really, guys, to be quite fair. as I said, guys, yes, Josh Harrop has currently left Manchester United. His contract ends soon, I think it is, and he's making a move to Preston. And as Simon Grayson's, he's attracted Simon Grayson's interest, and if he just basically wants regular first team football, and he's not going to get that guaranteed at Manchester United. So he feels as though he's going to achieve well. He's a very strong ambitious. He's going to get what he wants at Preston under Simon Grayson. Yes, I did think he participated well in the Palace game when he scored on his debut. Thought they all played well. I thought they all performed well, put a good shift in, a good display. Also, in the reserves, he did very, very well. Scored an hat-trick against Tottenham as well. And also in a Reading game, scored 2-1. Scored twice in that game, I think, yes. Currently made 25 appearances, scored 10 goals. So I think he's the top scorer in the reserves. So, yeah, he has made a move. And other players will be going as well. Ibrahimovic should be going. Rooney should be going. Ashley Young and Pashumi will be going as well. And Marian Fellaini as well. I want him to go, whether he will or not, I don't know. Manchester United are probably going to keep that number 7 role vacant for the time being, you know what I mean, guys? But Fabinho does look on the cards, Perisic looks likely, and Morata looks likely. So we get them 3 players in, by the US tours. We've got 4 signings on the board, including Victor Lindelof as well. So that's fantastic, isn't it? So he's looking to feed into our history, basically, because I'm still watching, on my DVDs and my collections of Manchester United I still watch the Fergie good old days, 20 times, still the best team in English football, the 1999 success, the 2008 success, I still got it all on DVD, guys, and I still have a glance at them. I do have a glance at them. Yeah, scored a dad goal in Colombia, did Paul Pogba. I think it was a charity game on Saturday or something like that, guys. Yorks, I'd have said. Right there. As I said, there were talks about Robert Lewandowski as well. He's achieved at Bayern Munich, achieved at Borussia Dortmund. Absolutely fantastic. Liverpool, but he's absolutely fantastic. Is Robert Lewandowski. Scores bag full of goals, got good electrifying pace, good at getting through the channels. But it requires FIFA punishment according to Bayern Munich, Man United or Chelsea put an initial bid in. So it's not going to happen. I'm not falling for that as well. That's another load of nonsense in my opinion, It's a load of nonsense, guys. So I'm not going to listen to it. What's this on here? Let's have a look. Liverpool have missed out on Dani Alves. Manchester City could be still in there for him. He's expected to join Manchester City. Mourinho's determined to keep Darmian. They're looking for an alternative replacement at Juventus for Dani Alves. Whether he'll leave or not, I don't know. Throat feels right dry, guys. What that, guys? Battery's low on my phone, so I'll put it on charge. There's been talks about Alexis Sanchez as well, who I do like as well. He's very composed, very well organised. I think his advanced role is at number 7. Manchester United are not currently have put a bid, or they're not interested in basically Alexis Sanchez. Bayern Munich are in there, Manchester City have been in there. That's basically Arsenal's main key player is Alexis Sanchez. They wouldn't like to see him go with Arsenal. But according that they've got no Champions League football, as I said, Arsenal will take this seriously. Well, Arsenal about him. Anything else to look at? Here we go, right there. When I get on to Manchester United, I'm bloody sick of this. Look at that, guys. It's taking a while. Anyway, guys, that's about it. So, that's everything to update you with. So, I hope you enjoyed my time and company today. And take it easy. I'll see you later. Bye.